Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Luke Marshall, again, and I'm going to show you my failed attempt at making a window navigating robot. So basically, I tried to build this thing with stuff that I just had laying around, and that's probably the main reason why it didn't work. Plus, I don't have that good of a grasp of what I'm doing, and I'm very impatient when it comes to ordering parts from China. So, what I tried to do is, like those the handheld cordless vacuums that everybody has, and the batteries go bad in them, and then it's pretty much useless, and so you just throw it out. Well, this is one of those fans, and it ran off of one lithium battery, so it's 4.2 volts. And I had it on battery power because I put the batteries in there, but then didn't have enough torque to move. So I figured if I removed the batteries and just had it run off this supply right here, that it might work. But it still didn't. But I had these stepper motors laying around, and they had a lot of torque. I was really impressed. So I figured, maybe because I already had the platform, it could stick on the window. And I'll upload a video at the end of it actually working because I kind of already took it apart. But it would stick on the window, and the wheels had enough torque to move it sideways and down, but not up. And in order to mitigate that, I'd have to put in some sort of a gear reduction thing. I mean, I could do that, but it's just 3D printing this stuff takes forever, and I'm getting kind of bored of it anyway. Plus, I mean, I know they already make these. I was just seeing if I could make one on my own. And I also know that like it would have been much better to use a gear motor with an encoder on it. But like I said, I don't have one of those laying around. So I was using these stepper motors and a rubber band and a 3D printed wheel and all this other junk. But I had these motor drivers, and I just used an Arduino Mega to power it all. And then what I did is I actually like, because I there's a lot of old computers we have laying around for some reason, but these Multex connectors, like you got 4 pins on there, and then I ran one for the 12 volt for the stepper motor, which goes to the motor drivers, and then I ran a 5 volt, which is kind of close to 4.2 volts, to the fan here. And so it's very loud, and like I'll plug it in, and I took this old computer power supply and I put these terminals on it, but with that, in the switches you can only get one supply, so I had to run the 12 volt line. I think I did, yeah, from different wires. So, and I do realize that you could use the same ground, but I don't know. This thing draws a lot of current, so I thought that might be a good idea. And the idea was to like have it, wash robots, but I couldn't even get it to move, and I'm really tired of messing with it now. So that's that. All right. So what that was is I put this little like reset switch on the green. So if I if I overdraw it, you can't always press that. It's just really easy. So I think if we do that. Nope. All right. Which way is it? So this. Maybe it's like this. Yep. There we go. All right. So yeah. Apparently my Multex connector that I'd soldered on there, I guess it flexed too much, and of course I knew that was going to happen too, but we're not super concerned about any of this stuff because I'm not going to mess around with it anymore. But another thing that I did is like I used Fusion 360 to like print these gears, and I actually made like a gear train for it, but I don't know, like it's actually worked pretty good, but I was concerned with like it getting a little bit off track and then not being able to correct it. And I didn't want to waste more filament printing out a whole nother one of these gear reduction sets because it takes so long to print. So I thought I'd use these stepper motors, but that didn't work either. So